Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to the 2009-10 Eastern Conference Semifinals on the channel. We are live at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, as we have Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals between the Ottawa Senators and the Atlanta Thrashers, as Philip Reynolds is first to join us here at State Farm Arena. Unfortunately, Philip, we are done with Phoenix unless you're talking about me, then we're done with the Phoenix Coyotes. Anyway, let's look at the brackets here. The Dallas Stars and the San Jose Sharks are playing in the Western Conference semifinals, one of those series. The other is the Anaheim Ducks and the Chicago Blackhawks. Then we've got the New Jersey Devils and the New York Islanders. And of course, our attention now turns to the Ottawa Senators and the Atlanta Thrashers. The semifinal round is a best of three. So now we're done with the knockout round. So I'm going to take a quick drink of my Crystal Light as the fans are filing into State Farm Arena. We're expecting a sellout tonight. Bit more ice than I expected in my Crystal Light caused a bit more water than I expected. Anywho, we are all set as the teams are coming to center ice, finishing up their warm-ups. Let's bring the play chart over, so I've got that handy. And we are all set to start this game. Face-offs are even. An 8 will start us off with a home right wing win. That'll be over to Finneganov, and here we go. Opponent defense 1. Mikhailiuk will take the puck away for an outside shot. Mikhailiuk will try to make a pass. He'll lose the puck right over to Finneganov. Finneganov once again for Atlanta. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Volchenkov. Volchenkov from the point. That's a 7. Save made by Hedberg and over to Enstrom. Enstrom passing D. That'll be an inside shot for Antropov. Spezza will try to intimidate. Spezza will take the puck away. Spezza for Ottawa. Inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to Alfredson. Bergvers will try to intimidate. Bergfors will take the puck away. Bergfors for Atlanta. Inside shot for anybody. Opponent can try to intimidate. They will give that to Finneganov. Mikhailiuk will try to intimidate. Mikhailiuk will take the puck away for Ottawa. Mikhailiuk passing E. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Bergfors. Bergfors will try to make a pass. Passing J will be an inside shot for Antropov. Antropov's got that in the slot. That's a 9. Save made by Leclerc. Over to Spezza. Spezza will lose that over to Antropov. Antropov, opponent defense 7. Spezza will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Spezza from the point will throw that at the net. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right D if offense rating 2 or more. Volchenkov is a 2. He will have a rebound shot. That's a 6. He'll lose that over to Antropov as Antropov will get in front of that for Atlanta. Inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Finneganov. Mikhailiuk will try to intimidate. Mikhailiuk will take the puck away, but a possible penalty on Mikhailiuk. 1 to 15, no penalty. That's a 7. Mikhailiuk's got it. We'll play on. Opponent defense 4. Finneganov. That will be an inside shot for Spezza. Kubino will try to intimidate. Kubino will intimidate, take the puck away into a forwards line change. Kubina with the puck for Atlanta. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Right defenseman if the breakaway, right or left defenseman if the breakaway penetration rating 3 or more. Enstrom would get that. He's a 2 instead. He will lose that. And Volchenkov will have it for Ottawa. Opponent defense 5. Enstrom will take the puck away for an outside shot. Enstrom will try to make a pass. Passing K. That'll be an inside shot for Peverly. Peverly from the slot. That's a 7. Save made by Leclerc over to Cullen. Cullen lose the puck. Outside shot only for Kubina. Kubina from the point. That's a 3. That would be a goal check, but Leclerc will freeze that. We'll get a face-off. We'll get a face-off to the right of Leclerc. Of course, to get here, the Atlanta Thrashers disposed of the Carolina Hurricanes 5-3 in their elimination game. As for the Senators, they needed overtime to dispatch the historical defending Stanley Cup champion, Pittsburgh Penguins. They actually needed double overtime to do that. Anywho, we are all set, so let's jump back in. Face-offs are +1 to Atlanta. That's a 4. That'll be a superior right wing win. That'll go up to Little, and here we go. Opponent defense 11. Cullen. Ooh, that's a penalty on Cullen. 1, 2, 3. We'll have a defenseman line change, and then we'll see what Atlanta's getting up to on the power play. Atlanta looking at a power play 10. Checking the right wing's defense. He is a 2. So that'll be an outside shot for MacArthur first. MacArthur from the point. That's a 7. He'll lose that to the defensive right defenseman. Outside shot for Peverly. Peverly from the point. That's a 4. That's a goalie rating on Leclerc. 2, 3, 6, 7, and 11 are bad numbers. That's a 7. Score! Rich Peverly giving the Thrashers a 1-0 lead here in this first period on the power play. Arena cheers. Yay! Flip over a couple cards. We'll flip over some cards to get some assists. That will be from... That'll be from Little. And... MacArthur. Peverly opening the scoring for the Thrashers on the power play. We'll bring the teams back to center ice where faceoffs remain +1 to Atlanta. 6 will be a superior right defenseman win. That'll go over to Bogosian, and we're off once again. He will lose the puck. Outside shot only for Cullen. Cullen from the point. That's an 11. Save made by Hedberg and over to MacArthur. MacArthur for Atlanta. We'll lose that over to Kovalev. Kovalev. Lose the puck. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Center if the breakaway penetration rating 3 or more. Peverly's a 4. He's in on Leclerc alone. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offense, any player with an offense rating 3 or more. MacArthur is a 3. He will follow the rebound in. For a 9, that's a goalie rating on Leclerc. That's a 4. Save made by Leclerc. That'll go over to Kovalev, but we'll have a forwards line change. Neal with it for Ottawa. Opponent defense 8. Kane will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Kane will throw that at the net. That's a 5. He will lose that right back to Neal. Neal. Inside shot for anybody. Opponent can try to intimidate. They'll give that to Kelly. Reasoner will try to intimidate. Reasoner will take the puck away. Reasoner with it for the Thrashers. Passing F. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Ruutu. Ruutu will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for anybody. He will give that to Neal. Neal from the slot. 10. Save made. That'll go over to Kane. Kane for Atlanta. Passing F. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Kelly. Kelly will try to penetrate. 1 to 13. He will penetrate. That's a 12. Just barely, but he gets in. He'll have an inside shot instead. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Hedberg. 2, 7, and 9 are bad numbers. That's a 9. Score! Chris Kelly ties the game for the Senators here in the first period. Arena groans. Ugh. This is clearly Ottawa's clearly the team of Chris's. Let's see what kind of assists we get on that. 1 assist only. That will be from Campoli. But more importantly, we are tied at 1 here late in the first period. Face-offs are even. 3 is a home left wing win. That'll come down to Kane, and we're off once again. Lose the puck, possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Center if the breakaway penetration rating 3 or more. Kelly is a 3. He's in alone on Hedberg. That's a 5. Save made by Hedberg. Reasoner with it for Atlanta. Opponent defense 5. Kelly, that'll be an outside shot for Kane. Kane will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot right back to Reasoner. Reasoner from the slot. That's a 7. Save made over to Campoli. Campoli for Ottawa. Opponent defense 1. Hainsey will take the puck away for an outside shot. He's going to try to make a pass. Passing L. He'll lose the puck over to Kelly. Kelly for Ottawa. We'll lose that back to Reasoner. Reasoner. Right. Opponent defense 2. Kelly will take the puck away for an outside shot. Kelly will try to make a pass. He'll lose the puck right back to Reasoner. Reasoner. Opponent defense 6. That'll be an outside shot for Armstrong. Period ticking down. Armstrong throws it at the net. 7 is a save made over to Kelly, but brrr, there's the horn to end the first period. Teams trade tallies. Atlanta gets one on the power play. Ottawa gets one at even strength, which leaves us tied at 1, getting set for the second period of this game. A little bit of Sunday night hockey. I did originally want to do 2 games today, but then 2024 season ticket baseball started bothering me, so I wanted to sort that out. I've still got to get everything. I've still got to finish sorting that because I'd like having my batters and pitchers separated out. I got 3 teams done of that, but I have a lot more to go on that part of it. So I definitely want to get my table cleaned off from that in short order. We'll let the Zamboni get everything set for the second period as the Lady Thrashers entertain the Atlanta faithful. In a best-of-3 series, this game is going to be critical. Because Ottawa either team would be going to Ottawa with a chance to win the series. Let's see, this game 2 will be Saturday as I'm doing the mental math on the calendar. As Dave's Board Gaming now joins us here at State Farm Arena. Hope all is well with you, Dave. Just getting everything ready for the second period of tonight's game. Now we'll turn our attention to the action cards. Admittedly, during this replay, I did want to replay the Olympics, but the only way I could get that to work was as a session of Final Score Hockey, because I do have the ratings for that. And Dave, all is good. I'm rooting for Atlanta. Cool. Well, not that I have a rooting interest, but nice to know how the audience is leaning in this one. As I was saying, I did want to replay the 2010 Olympics, which I believe were in... I'm trying to remember where they were off the top of my head. I had this schedule earlier, but I never kept it because I ended up only being able to find ratings in Final Score Hockey by Downey Games, which is, of course, my ticker engine for hockey. But I didn't want to have a night of just rolling for Final Score Hockey. I would have wanted to put a little more flavor on it, but alas, the schedule would have been a big commit anyway. So, ended up, and plus not being able to find it in anything other than my ticker engine, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not being able to find it in anything other than my ticker engine kind of cooled me to doing an Olympics replay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. The announcer will take a quick hydrate break. Teams are back to center ice as we are all set for the second period of this game. Face-offs are back to being even. That's a 10. That'll be a home right-wing win. I don't think Ottawa won a face-off in the first period. Afenagenov has got it, and we're off and running. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for Phillips. Phillips from the point. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Hedberg. That's a 4. Rebound chance. Offensive left wing. Michalik with a rebound shot. That's a 3. That is a goal on a 1-18. And no! Hedberg makes a fantastic save. He will cover that one up. We'll get a face-off. That'll come to the right of Hedberg. Arena cheers. Yay! Chat probably cheers as well. Yay! Face-offs are even once again on an offensive zone draw for Ottawa. That's a 14. That'll be Ottawa's first face-off win, as that'll be Volchenkov with it, and we're off and running. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for Bergvers. Bergvers from the point. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Leclerc. That's a 7. Score! Nicholas Bergvers gives the Thrashers a 2-1 lead. Arena cheers. Yay! Flip over a couple cards to get some assists. Let's see. That'll be from a Afinogenov. And Antropov. This could potentially be a good year for the nation of Canada, at least in the replay universe, because in 1985 for baseball, the Montreal Expos won the World Series in that replay earlier this year. So the hope for Canada to get a championship repeat on the channel is all in Ottawa's hands. Face-offs here remain even. That's a 14. That'll go to the visiting right defenseman. That's Volchenkov. And we're off once again. Passing F. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Afinogenov. Afinogenov will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for Bergvers. Bergvers, who just scored one. That's a 3. Save made by Leclerc over to Spezza. Spezza, opponent defense 8. Antropov will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Antropov from the point. That's a 7. Save made and over to Phillips. Phillips for Ottawa. Opponent defense 9. Kubina will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Kubina from the point. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive left wing, if defense rating 3 or more. Michalik is a 2. Afinogenov will follow the rebound in. That's a 4. Save made. That'll go over to Alfredson. Alfredson for Ottawa. Opponent defense 10. Bergvers will take the puck away. Outside shot only. From the point. 6. Save made. That'll go over to Spezza. Spezza. Lose the puck. Possible breakaway. Oh boy. Left wing if the breakaway penetration rating 3 or more. Bergvers is a 4. He's in alone on Leclerc. 5 is a goal on a 1-11. And score! Nicholas Bergvers gets another one as the Thrashers now take a 3-1 lead. Arena cheers. Yay! And we'll get a couple of assists on that. Let's see, that'll be from Enstrom. And Afinogenov. And the Thrashers suddenly off to a 3-1 lead here in the second period. Bring the teams back to center ice. The thrashing continues. Yes, it does. Face-offs are even. That's a 2. That'll go to Kubina, and we're off once again. Passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Bergvers. Bergvers will try to make a pass. Passing K. That'll be an inside shot over to Afinogenov. Afinogenov from the slot. Or from the slot. 7. Save made over to Spezza. Spezza. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Enstrom. Enstrom from the point. That's an 11. That's a goalie rating on Leclerc. That's a 7. Score! Tobias Enstrom putting the Thrashers up 4-1. And it does not appear to be Ottawa's night. Arena cheers. Yay! Flipping over cards to get a couple of, one assist only. That'll be from Antropov. We're going to see a couple changes from Ottawa As first, Leclerc is going to get benched, is going to get pulled, and Brian Elliott is going to come in to take over for the Senators in net. As Leclerc just did not have it tonight, and he picked a bad night to not have it. Also, the Senators are going to go to 3 offense, down 3. Ottawa needs to pull their goalie. Well, you might be catching up a little bit, but Ottawa just did pull their goalie. They're also going to 3 offense at this point. Face-offs are still even. That's a 19. That'll be a visitor left wing. That'll be Michalik, and we're off once again. Passing A. That'll be an outside shot for Spezza. Spezza will try to make a pass. Passing K. That'll be an inside shot right back to Michalik. Michalik from the slot. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive lefty, offense rating 2 or more. Phillips is a 2. He's got a rebound. That's a 9. He will lose that over to Enstrom, and we'll have a forwards line change. That is Enstrom with the puck for Atlanta. Opponent defense 7. Volchenkov will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Volchenkov will throw that at the net from the point. That's a 5. Save made and over to Enstrom. Enstrom will lose that over to Volchenkov. Volchenkov, opponent defense 11. That's going to be a penalty on Enstrom. 1, 2, 3. We'll get a defenseman line change, and then we'll see what kind of power play Ottawa is going to have. They need this badly. All right, there's our defenseman line change. And we're looking at a 5, checking the right defenseman if he's a 3 or more. Bogosian is a 3. So that'll be an outside shot for Cullen. Cullen from the point. That's a 9. That'll be a save. And an inside shot for Kovalev. Kovalev from the slot. That's a 7. That'll also be a save. And the Senators get Bubkus on the power play. Arena cheers. Yay! Face-offs, +1 to Atlanta. That's an 11. That'll be superior any player. They'll give that to Hainsey, and we're off. Opponent defense 6. Campoli will take the Campoli. That'll be an outside shot for Peverly. Peverly will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for Little. Little from the slot. That's a 7. That's a goalie rating on Elliott. 2, 3, 5, and 6 are now bad numbers for Elliott. That's a 5. Score! Brian Little now just pouring it on for the Thrashers as they're up 5-1. Ottawa just can't do anything right tonight. Arena cheers. Yay! Let's see, that was... trying to think who had that. I think that was... I'm just going to flip over a couple cards to get assists, since normally I can follow the flow of play. Let's see. Right wing is who scored. That'll be from MacArthur. Oh, that's a 1-assist only goal. Never mind. I was going to flip over a second card, but not happening. As Atlanta is just teeing off on Ottawa tonight, taking a 5-1 lead. And yes, Atlanta is blowing this one wide open. Ottawa needs to get something going here. They're going to go to 3 defense as well. Face-offs are +1 to Atlanta still. That's a 17. That's an inferior left defenseman win. That'll go over to Campoli. And we're off once again. Let's flip over the right card, Phoenix. Opponent defense 9. Hainsey will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Hainsey from the point. That's a 7. He'll lose that over to Cullen. Cullen, looking at outside shot only for anybody. They will give that to Fisher for an outside shot. Fisher from the point. That's a 2. That's a goal on a 1-6. And no! Hedberg will make a great save. He'll cover that one, and we'll get a face-off to the right of Hedberg. As the Senators just can't get anything going here. They can't stop anything. They can't start anything. It is not Ottawa's night. Face-offs are still +1 to Atlanta. 6 is a superior right defenseman win. Bogosian with a defensive zone win for the Thrashers. And we're off. That'll be opponent defense 9. Sutton, ooh, that's a penalty on Sutton. 2, 3. We'll have our forwards line change, and then we'll see what kind of power play Atlanta is going to have. At this point, Ottawa may just want to go to 2-2 just to live to fight another day. Looking at a 13 for the power play. If one or more 4-rated defensive players, we do have a 4-rated defensive player. So that'll be an outside shot for the left wing. So that'll be over to Kane for an outside shot. 7 is a save made. Then we will have an outside shot for the center up to Reasoner. That's a 4. That'll be a save as well. Then an outside shot for anybody. They will give that to Hainsey for an outside shot. That's a 12. That'll be another save. Then an inside shot for the right wing up to Armstrong. That's an 11. That'll be another save. And finally, that'll be an inside shot for anybody. They will give that to... They'll give that to Bogosian for an inside shot. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Elliott. That's a 7. Save made by Elliott, and he keeps the Thrashers out of the net and keeps this from getting worse. Arena, well, Arena's still too happy about a 4-goal lead. They're just like, it happens. Face-offs are even. That's a 1. That'll be a home win all day long. That'll go to Hainsey, and we're off once again. Passing D for Hainsey. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Ruutu. Ruutu will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for Neal. Neal from the slot. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Hedberg. That's a 9. Score! Chris Neal trying to get the Senators back in this one. It is now 5-2. Arena react. Arena, meh. Flipping over cards to get a couple assists. Let's see, that'll be from Ruutu. And... Niels, who scored just the 1 assist. So Atlanta now coming late into the second period, but Ottawa gets one. That's probably a defiance goal. But let's see what happens as we continue with this second period and into the third period. Face-offs are still even. 4 is a home right wing win. That's over to Armstrong, and we're off and running. That'll be opponent defense 8. Ruutu on opponent defense 8 will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Ruutu from the slot from the point. 9, save made over to Bogosian. Bogosian looking at opponent defense 2. Sutton will take the puck away for an inside shot. Hainsey will try to intimidate. Hainsey will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Hainsey with it for Atlanta. That'll be opponent defense 9. Campoli will take the puck away. Outside shot only. Campoli from the point. 11, save made over to Kane. Kane for Atlanta. That'll be opponent defense 3. Neal, that'll be an inside shot for Armstrong. Sutton will try to intimidate. Sutton will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Sutton with it for the Senators. We'll lose that over to Bogosian. Bogosian for Atlanta. Lose the puck. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Left defenseman. That's Sutton. He's in alone on Hedberg. That's a 9. Lose to any defensive player. Brrr! There's the horn to end the second period. Atlanta shooting out here in the second period. They get 4 goals in the period, and they lead 5-2 as we get set for the third period of this game. Question for Ottawa is, was that goal late in the second period a defiance salvo or the start of a comeback? We will find out here in the third period. Tomorrow, we'll be over to the Western Conference as we'll be headed over to the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, where Game 1 of the Western Conference Semifinals between the Anaheim Ducks and the Chicago Blackhawks is waiting for us. We'll let the Zamboni get things ready here for the third period of this game. Wow, managed to hold on to that split card as I was shuffling. It almost dropped on me. You'll just have to imagine the Zamboni and the Lady Thrashers entertaining you guys to get ready for the third period. And yeah, Ottawa looked like they were starting to get a little momentum late in the period. We'll see if that translates into Ottawa making a surge to get back into this game. But they've got a long hill to climb here. If Atlanta blows this one, I'll tell you what though, Dave. If Atlanta blows this one, this will go down as one of the bigger collapses in the history of not just this replay, but probably the whole channel. Because they had a 5-1 lead late into the second period. But we'll see what happens here as we get set for the third period. One thing that helped Ottawa, I think, in this period was Ottawa actually started winning face-offs because they went most of the way through the first period without winning any face-offs. We will have to see indeed. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Taking a quick hydrate break. And the third period starts with even face-offs. A 1 is going over to Enstrom, and we're off and running. That'll be opponent defense 4. Volchenkov will take the puck away for an inside shot. Enstrom will try to intimidate. Enstrom will intimidate. He'll take the puck. Actually, hold on. Let me look at the right. Oh yeah, 3-4 checkers for Ottawa. Never mind. Okay, so Enstrom will intimidate and take the puck away. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Afinogenov. Afinogenov will try to make a pass. Passing J. That'll be an inside shot for Bergfors. Bergfors, who's got 2 tonight, looking for the hat trick. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive left wing if defense rating 3 or more. Mikhailiuk is a 2, actually. Afinogenov will have a rebound shot. That's a 6. He will lose that over to Mikhailiuk. Mikhailiuk for Ottawa. That'll be opponent defense 4. Afinogenov, that'll be an inside shot for Spezza. Kubina will try to intimidate. Kubina will take the puck away. Kubina for Atlanta. Passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Bergfors. Bergfors will try to make a pass. He'll lose the puck. Phillips will get a stick on it. Phillips with it for Ottawa. Passing B. He will lose the puck. Inside shot for Antropov. Phillips will try to intimidate. Phillips will intimidate, take the puck away, but a possible penalty on Phillips. 1 to 15, no penalty. That's an 8. Phillips has got it. We'll play on. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for anybody. They will give that to Bergfors. Bergfors looking for the hat trick. That's a 5. Save made and over to Volchenkov. Volchenkov for Ottawa. Looking at opponent defense 7. Enstrom will take the puck away. Outside shot only. Enstrom That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive lefty, if offense rating 2 or more. Enstrom, Enstrom is a 2. He's following his own rebound in. That's a 4. He'll lose that over to Spezza. Spezza for Ottawa. That'll be passing A. That'll be an inside shot for Alfredson. Right defenseman Kubina will try to intimidate. Kubina will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Kubina with it for Atlanta. That'll be an inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Afinogenov. Mikhailik will try to intimidate. Mikhailik will intimidate, take the puck away, but a possible penalty. 1-15, no penalty. That's a 4. Mikhailik's got it. We'll play on. Opponent defense 10. Afinogenov, ooh, that is a penalty. We'll have a forwards line change, and then we'll see what kind of power play Ottawa is going to have. Another chance for Ottawa to pick up some ground here on the Thrashers. Power play for Ottawa is going to be a 13. If one or more 4-rated defensive players, we have a 4-rated defensive player. That'll start off as an outside shot for Cullen. Good thing he's got the puck right there. Cullen from the point. 10 is a goalie rating on Hedberg. That's a 7. Score! Matt Cullen gets the Senators a badly needed goal, as it is now 5-3. Arena maybe starting to panic a little bit. We'll see. Flip over a couple cards to get assists. That will be from Kovalev. Wait a minute. Kovalev is not a first liner, is he? No, he's not. Looks like I left the third line on. Looks like I left the second line on for Ottawa to start the period. Oh well. And I think I've got Atlanta's. I don't know if I did the forwards line change. Well, whatever happened. Anywho, where were we? Oh yes, we were just getting assists. That'll be from Kovalev and Fisher. Oh, we had our... Never mind. We had our forwards... I'm dumb. We had our first forwards line change of the period already. Getting an uneasy feeling about this. Atlanta's getting loose. Well, bear in mind right now, Dave, the Thrashers still have a 2-goal lead. There's still plenty of hockey left to play. And face-offs are +1 to Atlanta. Atlanta's been dominant in the face-off circle tonight. That's a 9. That'll help their dominance. That will go over to MacArthur, and we're off. That'll be opponent defense 11. That'll be a penalty on Ottawa now. 1, 2, 3. The Thrashers might be able to restore a 3-goal lead here. 7, checking the left wing if he's a 2 or more. He is. So that'll be an outside shot first for Little. 7 is a save. Then an outside shot for the left wing. That is MacArthur. 7 is going to lose that over to the right defenseman. Then an outside shot for Peverly. 7 is another save and an inside shot for Peverly. That's a 6. That'll be another save. We'll get that face-off out of the Ottawa zone. Arena groans. Ugh. And now, Atlanta starting to panic a little bit more. Face-offs remain +1 to the Thrashers, though. That's a 17. That'll be an inferior left defenseman win. That's Phillips. And we're off once again. That will be passing C. He'll lose the puck. Inside shot for MacArthur. Volchenkov will try to intimidate. Volchenkov will fail to take the puck away. Let's check the inside shot on MacArthur first. A 7 is going to lose that over to Cullen, but we'll check the penalty on Volchenkov before we have the defenseman line change. 1-15, no penalty. That's a 3. Volchenkov making a clean play to get away from that, and we'll have a defenseman line change. Cullen with it now for Ottawa. He will lose the puck. Inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Little. Cullen will try to intimidate. Cullen will intimidate. He'll take the puck right back. Cullen with it for Ottawa. Opponent defense 5. Little, that'll be an outside shot for Kovalev. Kovalev will try to make a pass. Passing J, that'll be an inside shot for Cullen. Cullen from the slot. That's a 4. That's a goalie rating on Hedberg. That's an 8. Hedberg will freeze that. We'll get a face-off. Arena cheers. Yay! We'll take that face-off to the right of Hedberg. +1 to Atlanta. Huge offensive zone draw here for Ottawa. That's a 9. They won't get it. That'll go over to MacArthur, and we're off once again. He'll lose the puck. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Right wing, if the breakaway penetration rating is 4, Kovalev is a 4. He's in on Hedberg alone. That's a 4. Save made by Hedberg. MacArthur there to scoop it up. MacArthur looking at passing D. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Cullen. Cullen will try to make a pass. That'll be passing L. Inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Fisher. Fisher from the slot. That's a 5. Goalie rating on Hedberg. Oop. That's a 4. Rebound chance. Offense, any player with offense rating 2 or more. Kovalev will follow that rebound in. He's in the slot. That's an 8. That's another rebound. Offensive right wing, if offense rating 2 or more. Kovalev follows his own rebound in. Actually, he's still there. 5 is a goalie rating on Hedberg. That's a 10. Hedberg will shut it down. We'll get a face-off. That one will come to the left of Hedberg. Stadium or arena size. Phew. Face-offs remain +1 to Atlanta. Hedberg trying to settle it down for the Thrashers. The Thrashers don't want to let Ottawa back in close. That's a 15, though. That'll be an inferior left wing win. That's over to Cullen, and we're off once again. He will look at opponent defense 1. That'll be an inside shot for Cullen. Bogosian will try to intimidate. Bogosian will take the puck away, and we'll have a forwards line change. Bogosian with it for the Thrashers. That'll be an inside shot for Hainsey. Campoli will try to intimidate. Campoli will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Campoli with it for Ottawa. Opponent defense 10. Hainsey will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Hainsey from the point. That's a 12. Save made. They'll give that to Neal. Neal. Outside shot only for anybody. They will give that to Kelly. Kelly from the point. That's an 11. Save made over to Bogosian. Bogosian with it for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 9. That is a penalty on Sutton. He will go off for tripping. We'll see what kind of power play the Thrashers are going to have. 20. If 3 or less 4-rated defensive players, which we have, no shots on the power play. So that's mostly just a kill time. So we'll bring that face-off out of the Ottawa zone. Face-offs are even. That's an 11. That'll be home any player. They'll give that to Hainsey, and we're off. That'll be opponent defense 2. Campoli will take the puck away for an outside shot. Campoli from the point. That's a 6. He will lose that over to Reasoner. Reasoner with it for Atlanta. Opponent defense 8. Kelly will take the puck away. Outside shot only. Kelly from the point. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Hedberg. That's a 10. Hedberg will make the save. He'll freeze it. We'll get a face-off. Face-off, that'll come to the right of Hedberg. Face-offs are even. That's a 5. That'll go to the home left defenseman. That is over to Hainsey. And we're off once again. That'll be opponent defense 1. Campoli will take the puck away. Outside shot. Time ticking down. Campoli, 4. Save made over to Armstrong. Brrr! There's the horn to end the game. Senators got one on the power play in the third period, but that was as close as they got. Atlanta takes this one 5-3. Arena size. Phew! Atlanta leads the series 1-0, but make no mistake about it, this is not going to be an easy series for Atlanta. But the Thrashers do take the series lead here in Game 1. That'll do it for this playthrough of Strat-O-Matic Hockey for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. We are not done yet, though, because I just got a mailer in from Amazon that we're going to crack open on the channel here. So we're going to pull this out. And we've got another new RPG on the channel, as we have Scarlet Heroes, Sword and Sorcery Adventures for a Lone Hero by Kevin Crawford. And thanks for the kind words on the great job on the gameplay. A Red Dawn Waits. In the pages of Scarlet Heroes, you'll find thrilling old-school adventures suitable for a single player and a game master. Amid the blood-stained waters of the Sunset Isles, you'll find a world fit for swords and sorcerous adventures, with the savage native show locked in bitter conflict with the desperate human refugees of a world-spanning disaster. Horrors of a lost age must be overcome if the quarreling exiles are to greet a better dawn. And who remains to take up the challenge save for their dauntless heroes? Within this book, you'll find a full standalone game system compatible with most other old-school role-playing systems. In addition, Scarlet Heroes is designed to fit as a smooth overlay on top of your favorite old-school game, allowing you to use classic modules and newer adventures for just 1 or 2 players without the need to rewrite the material or modify statistics. Use it to play your favorite adventures with friends, spouses, kids, or interested new players without the need to assemble a full group. So take up your sword and steel yourself. You alone must conquer these evils or perish. Now, I heard about this game from a video that Jester sent me about solo RPGs. This one looked interesting, so I figured I'd check it out. Anyway, I'm rambling on that, though, so let's wrap this video up. As I mentioned, Game 1 of this Eastern Conference Semifinal series is in the books. Thrashers lead 1-0. Tomorrow night, we will be at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, for Game 1 between the Anaheim Ducks and the Chicago Blackhawks. Speaking of RPGs, Wednesday will be featuring a new game debut on the channel as we play 5 Leagues from the Borderlands by Modifius Entertainment. Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Elder Scrolls official cookbook as we make the side garlic bread. Next week, we're continuing the fall campaign in B-17 Flying Fortress Leader by Dan Verson Games. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Atlanta Thrashers take the early lead in this Eastern Conference Semifinal series as they beat the Ottawa Senators in Game 1 by a final score of 5-3. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow evening.